Welcome back to Life of the Dream. I'm your host, Jeremy. We're back. 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this past month has just been absurd. But, dude, take a peek, look around, stay a while. New place, new adventures, new portals. Oh! I had to drop it. Yeah, um, I don't even know, man. So this, you're catching me at probably the first hour into my vacation. I don't know, I call it a vacation just because of how much um, I really enjoy thinking about what I study. But I'm going to this conference in Maine, the science conference for the next week. And, um, I've never been to a conference before. I'm just really excited. I don't know. I just haven't felt novelty in so long. And it's just exciting to experience something that I really have no idea what to expect, or what to really prepare myself for. But yeah, I mean, the past 2 weeks have been obviously a lot of this, honestly, just in a large way, just setting up my new life and understanding even little things, man, just leaving the house. It's just how do I leave the house? It's just a totally different vibe, than I'm used to. And I think I needed that, dude. Um, I think I was so routine based before this that I don't know, life just started becoming a little monotonous, and I'm kind of excited to branch out a little and kind of try new things, do new things. This is weird because I'm used to, when I look at the camera, it looks totally different. So it's not as natural for me to look at you guys actually. But um yeah, it actually reminds me of I recorded a few episodes on video of Life of the Germ, um right when I first made my YouTube channel. It was at my old place that no, a lot of you guys don't even know. And it kind of reminded me of this setup actually. But yeah, I'm digging my new place big time. The air is off right now, so I'm just sitting in this stillness of 80 degrees, so it's kind of hot. But yeah, new place has been good. Just settling in to new sites when I go outside and checking out new things. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to a concert tonight that I'm really excited for. Um, Luckily the dates aligned. I really got to be better about writing days on my calendar, days that I don't know, just fun stuff that I'm planning on doing, concerts and stuff. Because my flight is literally tomorrow, and then I forgot that I booked this concert. It's kind of fun though because I purposely do this because then like I'm oh, this week nothing to look forward to, and then I'm I don't know, the person I'm going with shoot me a text oh, the concert's this week, or I get an email and I'm oh, that's right, that's so cool. So um yeah. Um, but other than that, dude, just I don't know. I've been running. I'm gonna hit 35 this week for miles. Um, just slowly getting back into the groove of things. I really like just getting my miles and feeling good in the morning when I go into work. That's super sweet. But yeah, dude, honestly, I haven't had this much time off since Christmas. So it's been a long grind, and I think I've been pretty burnt the past 2 or 3 months at least, and I've kind of just been going on, but I can tell my brain just isn't fully there. So I think having this week to kind of just relax and see some new things, check out some new places, I think will be really good for me. Um, but yeah, for today, the episode, the wisdom of the week, I think it's I don't really know. I don't really have it fully carved out like I usually do, and I think like I think that's okay. Like there's not like some message that I'm really trying to like get through your guys' head. I think more recently I've been focusing on just like trying to like tap into myself creatively more, just like picking a title that I think sounds cool and then like trying to like think of something of like think how I like think through it. And this episode's title was like heavily inspired by Treasure Planet. Honestly, one of my favorite movies. Like I really love animated movies. Like those are like movies I really enjoy. Like my favorite movie, I've probably said this on the pod, but Surf's Up, like such a good movie. Treasure Planet's probably also up there, but it's just I don't know. Treasure Planet's kind of like a coming of age movie about this weird kid who doesn't really fit in. He's like trying to find himself in this world that's pretty miserable, honestly. Um, and yeah, I mean, he gets this like magic ball that essentially like allows him um to like to open portals to different places and to um essentially like instead of like I mean you guys know what a portal is, right? Like it's like a wormhole, right? So like instead of like I like how they describe it in Stranger Things. Like they do such a good job of describing it. Like say this is Mars and this is Earth, right? And like there's obviously like this is the distance between them that you would have to travel. I forget how they exactly describe it on Stranger Things, but imagine like oh, I think wait, is that how they described it? Essentially there's a way that like the wormhole you just like I think they do something with like a piece of paper and then like the teacher like sticks a pencil through the piece of paper and like essentially you like fold the two on each other and then you just go, right? And I think like I think like honestly just like the past couple hours I've just been like thinking about my life like that like quite a bit. Like not in terms of like trying to like finesse the system or cheese the system, but I think just like understanding that like yes, you travel A to B, like that is the way to go, but there's that doesn't mean that there's like not another way to look at something, right? And that there's like not another way to like think about how things work, you know? And I think just recently like I've kind of been saying I've been feeling like I've sort of been looking at things not even in 2D but just like one dimensionally, like super like just like a dude on a post-it, you know, you're just one dimensional. And I just don't I just think there's another way to look at it, right? And I like the gate analogy, kind of like what I titled it is like because it's like such a on the surface like such a I think such a like obvious question. Like if the gate like if I'm trying to get in the house, the door is closed. The door is closed or the gate is closed. Is that just the end? Like I guess we just give up then, right? But what's kind of funny about it is like there's the portal too, right? Which is just like not even remotely something you'd ever ask, but it's like that's kind of the point of what I'm trying to get at is like just because it looks like something is closed doesn't mean it actually is. And that doesn't mean there's like you can't like go over the fence or go, people talk about I don't know, like I'm not a huge fan of this analogy when they're like, if the gate is closed, just break it, and you go through it. And it's like, no, like, there's like other ways to go about it, you know? And I think that's when like the creativity and like I just think like it's when like you use your intelligence to like figure out another way to solve the problem, you know? And there's other ways to go about doing it, right? Like I keep looking at this and I feel like this is kind of speaking to me right now. Like it's kind of stupid, but I think one of my sisters got this for me. I like kind of keep it in the box because it's funny. But like the Rubik's Cube, right? It's like, I mean, look at him. He's so cute. Like, you look at the Rubik's Cube and you're like, I remember when I was a kid and I didn't know how to do it. And you look at it and it's all scrambled up and you play with it a little bit and you're like, you quickly realize that there is no way you're going to be able to solve that, right? But if you look at it a little harder and I don't know, you realize that like patterns start to form and some dude online has actually solved it. And then you're like, okay, let's just follow what he does and follow his description, you know? So you go on there and you kind of put the pieces together and figure it out, you know? And I think that's you know what I'm trying to get at. Like I don't think you can like brute force life, you know, like, and that's the analogy of like going, you know, if the gate is closed, just break the gate and go through it. Like, yeah, in theory, but the consequences of that are you're gonna have to pay for the gate, right? Whereas like if you just open the portal before the gate and then open the portal on the other side of the gate, nothing, no damage was done. You just figured out another way to enter the house, you know? And I don't know, like I guess I don't have like a specific application for this, but I think you guys like understand the metaphor and I think there's aspects in every person's life that are like this where it just feels like things are just so one dimensional and um I think instead of looking at them in one dimension, like try looking at them in two, three, four, and like see if there's something else beyond that, you know. And um, I think like keeping your mind open to different, uh, like a different interpretation of something, right? Because like again with this Rubik's cube, I know because I have a way that I solve the cube, right? I have my way that I learned from someone, but there are hundreds of thousands of other ways that the cube can also be solved, right? And I'm sure when the second guy made a new solution to the original guy, that first guy was probably like, I mean, the thing about Rubik's cubes is like there's this thing called speed cubing that's kind of like when you're trying to like solve the cube as fast as possible and the record like keeps getting broken, and it's not because people are just doing it faster, right? Like eventually the same formula like can only get like you can be the quickest, you can have the quickest hands ever, but at the end of the day like eventually you will tap out at that method, like that will be the fastest method for you to know. And like there's only so fast you can move the cube until someone else comes along. I was watching a video about this on the Rubik's cube, and there became this new like method, and this is actually a really good like analogy of what I'm getting at. And it got like posted on some forum. Everyone in the comments was like, oh my god, there's like 1,000 combinations to memorize, like no one could even begin to do this, like there's so much out there, right? And then this kid who's like 8 in I think like the Middle East like did it, and he's like been breaking the time ever since. And it's like I think the record is like 3 seconds. Like it's absurd. Like the kid can solve the cube in 3 seconds. Like it's so nuts. But like it's the thing about it is just like, of course, like the person who says the gate is closed is going to think that you suggesting the portal is crazy. And I think that's just like how it is, and that's just like the way things go, and I think you have to be okay with that kind of dialogue occurring, and um but I mean, I think I don't exactly know what I'm trying to say. I think it's just like take it for what it is, and maybe that'll help you, look at things a little bit differently or see things in a different light, like this cube, think you can't solve it, but the answer is just, I mean, like most things, probably just on the internet or something. Um, but yeah, I know it's been a couple weeks. Get used to the new fortress, the new room, the new location. You guys actually get to see my bed now, which maybe you're seeing too much of me. It's kind of weird, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and um, I don't know. I'm like debating. I'm like, do I bring the microphone, like record an episode while I'm here for the science conference? That's TBD. I'm kind of leaning towards no, just so I don't pack as much stuff, but we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind. Um, but with that, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.